Hey, this is Mark with Northwest Bourbon, and tonight I'm throwing down the gauntlet and challenging all you whiskey tubers to find 5 local craft whiskeys. Alright, hey everybody, I want to throw out a challenge to you guys. Find 5 local craft whiskeys that are either in your state or a neighboring state. Okay, that the rules are pretty simple, that it's not something sourced and it's not a big name distillery. So if you're lucky enough to live in Kentucky, you're not showing off Buffalo Trace. Okay, find a local craft distillery, support your neighbors. Support the little guys that are out there trying to do something great. If your state doesn't have a lot of distilleries in it, then that's why I included neighboring states as well. So I'm in the Pacific Northwest, so I'm looking at Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and Montana. And I want all of you to come and support your local community. Go out, find those small distilleries, reach out to them, go visit them, do a little tour, pick up a bottle, and share it with the rest of us. And so when it comes to your town, your city, your state, show us that unique thing that your city has to offer. Because if I go down and visit my buddy in Louisiana and I say, hey man, where's a good place to eat around here? He's not going to point me to McDonald's. I want him to show me some good old Creole place that we can go get some gumbo. Just like if I went up to Philly, I'd want to eat a cheesesteak. I don't want Burger King if I'm in Philly, right? So that's what I'm talking about. Show us something from your state, your city, your town, or one of your neighboring states, a good local craft distillery that you think is doing it right, or is doing good, that you just want to throw the spotlight on. Share it with the rest of us. And so if your YouTube channel has the words whiskey or bourbon in the name, and shelf turds, spread it out, send some love to your local communities, and find 5 bottles to share with the rest of us. Alright guys, so the 5 categories are something new, your current favorite, a cask strength, something different, and a party bottle. Okay, so let's get into those categories. First category is something new. This is something you just found, that you're excited to try. You haven't gotten far into the bottle, but you want to throw it out there as like, hey, I just discovered this. And mine is Chambers Bay. I went down to Chambers Bay Distillery in Tacoma, Washington, talked to Alan, he's one of the 2 head guys there, talked with him about his very unique aging process, and I'll get a lot more into Chambers Bay when I do a review of them. But my something new is Chambers Bay. Alright, second on the list is my current favorite. My current local favorite is Woodenville Double Barrel. The Double Barrel reminds me a lot of Heaven's Door Double Oak, Heaven's Door Double Barrel, Woodford Reserve Double Oak, Old Forester 1910, all those double barreled products. But the Woodenville is a local right here in Woodenville, Washington, and they do a great job with their double oaked. I really enjoy it. It seems like any night is a great night to have some of this, because it just gives me everything I want in a nice full-bodied, nice, complete, from nose, palate, finish, has everything you want in it. The Woodenville Double Barrel is really good. I really enjoy it. That is my current favorite. Alright, third category on the list is a cask strength. Some of them say full proof, some of them say barrel proof, some of them say barrel strength, some of them say cask strength. And all that means is that they don't water it down to a certain proof point or anything. It comes out at that barrel strength. Okay? And I don't have a bottle of Ula. Is it barrel strength or cask strength? I don't know what they call it. My buddy Chester brought over a bottle last time he was here, and I tried it, and it was great. And so when we go tour their distillery in a few weeks, I'm definitely going to be picking up one of those. And so the barrel strength bottle that I'm putting in this category is Ula. They're a distillery in downtown Seattle. Alright, fourth category is something different. when you're in the mood for something a little bit out of the ordinary, a little bit unique, to where you're like, oh, I want to try something different tonight. There's no question about it. Old Soldier Santos or Old Soldier Butterscotch. Now, these are not overly sweet. They have a really good whiskey flavor to them with a nice flavoring of dark fruits and raisins or butterscotch. Now, these are what you want when you want something different. Something that's, you know, you pour over ice, a little bit sweet, that's a lot different than all the other whiskeys that you've been drinking lately. So my nomination for something different is easily Old Soldier Distillery. Alright, the fifth and final bottle is that party bottle. A little backstory to why I chose this category is because a couple weeks ago I was at a barbecue. The host pulls out a bottle that's kind of a unicorn. I've never seen it in the wild, seen it online, thought it looked interesting, thought it looked great, but it's like between 150 and 200 bucks, and I was just like, wow, that's cool that you found one, you know, it's sweet. And so our gracious host wanted to have us all try it. Pours little glasses, gives it to us all, and I start sniffing it. I'm like, oh man, you know, I'm picking up this and that, just thinking to myself, you know, I told him how much I appreciated it. I look over, the guy next to me just grabs it, shoots it, gives a little nod and turns and walks away as if we're in college and he's going to go play some more beer pong. I was just like, I didn't say anything. It's not my party, you know, not my circus, not my clowns. But I was like, oh man, I hope the host wasn't kind of butthurt about that, because he just pulled out this bottle that was special to him that he stood there talking to us about, and the guy just shot it and walked away. And then later on, somebody else took a nice, expensive, quality bottle and did like a half and half with that and Coke. And I was just like, okay, so when it comes to a party bottle, you get invited to a barbecue, a bachelor party, some kind of shindig that you're going to bring a bottle to, because it's a kind of party that allows adult beverages, and it's great. You want to bring a bottle that you're not going to be embarrassed that anybody else is trying. You're not going to bring, you know, your stuff you want to get rid of because it's garbage, you know. But you don't want to bring something that's like sentimental to you, or something that's like really good, to where if you see somebody, you know, mixing it with Dr. Pepper or just shooting it like we're in college, you're not going to be any butthurt about it. You're not even going to think twice about it, because you brought it for other people to drink, you know, as a gracious guest. You know, just like, here, I brought this bottle. You're not going to be embarrassed by people drinking it straight, because it's pretty good, but you're not going to be sad if next thing you know you turn and look and it's gone. Alright, so my fifth bottle, my party bottle, is Heritage Distillery Distillers Reserve. Now, when me and the rest of Northwest Bourbon went up to Heritage Distillery, we found out they make a lot more than just brown sugar bourbon. There's like 10 other different types of whiskeys and bourbons and ryes and gins and vodkas and all kinds of stuff they're making up there at Heritage. So picked up a bottle of this Distillers Reserve, and it's pretty good. You know, it's pretty good. This is the kind of bottle that I'm talking about, to where if I brought it over to somebody's house and they drank it neat, I would not be embarrassed at all. I'd be like, yeah, it's pretty good, you know, and I'll tell them about how I went up there and met the crew up there at Heritage. But it's also the kind of bottle that I'm not going to be, you know, heartbroken if when I go to leave the bottle's empty, you know. So, Heritage Distillery, Distillers Reserve, that's what I'm bringing to the party. Alright guys, so those are your 5 categories. Something new, your current favorite, a cask strength, something different, and a party bottle. Find people that are doing stuff, try them out, and share it with us. Show off your pride in your local community or your neighboring states, in your area. Show off your pride in your general region, and, you know, put some of those local craft distilleries in the spotlight. Show them some love. For example, if you're down in the Florida area, Horse Soldier Distillery, doing some great things. They have a great backstory. You've got to go visit them if you're in that area. Okay, all the way over to California, Sonoma County. Sonoma County Distillery. This is one of my favorite bottles that I've found this year. It is amazing. Texas. These guys make their stuff from scratch. Colorado. Colorado's putting out some good stuff too, Matt. Alright, so wherever you're at in the continental US, you can find some local craft distilleries and share them with the rest of us. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Please, it costs you nothing to like, comment, subscribe, start a conversation. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Good night. Apparently, it's not bourbon o'clock, it's dog barky o'clock.